All right, what's going on, you Pokemon savages? Welcome to week 8 of the Savage Pokepod. This is the Wartortle episode. And this week has kind of been a little bit hyped down, I feel like. Maybe coming out of the Pokemon announcement, the Pokemon Day announcement. I don't know. Seems like there's not much going on, but there is still always something going on in the Pokemon hobby. So strap in. We're about to take you through week 8, and here we go. All right, what's going on, Kota? How you been, dude?
Been good. Yeah, things are odd right now. When we talked about this, for context, we filmed last week's episode early or late, I should say. Yeah. So we forgot. But I was like, I don't know what we're going to talk about. And first of all, I forgot that we could talk about anything for any length of time. And second, I forget that there's so many other things that aren't as big of a deal, but are still like really interesting that happen. That there's not a crisis happening right now. So I don't know what to talk about. It's like, oh, there's literally everything else that happens in the hobby.
Yep. No, you're right. It's like we were. I DM'd Kota and I was like, yo, I can't believe it's already Thursday, because like you said, we filmed the other one late because we wanted to wait for Pokemon Day, and then life happened. So technically this is like 2 in the same week. So we filmed the other one on Sunday. When did we film it, on Sunday? Something like that. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for all the people that are tuning in. We see all the analytics across YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. So if you guys are on all these platforms, hit the follow button where you're at. Subscribe on YouTube right here to Savage Rips. Also, don't forget to go to my man Kota's page and subscribe over there as well. It means a lot, guys. It's so awesome to see the people actually tuning in and listening, because this is what we like to do as well. We like to listen to people talk about Pokemon. Like, I throw on podcasts all the time. I'm always on YouTube or whatever the podcast platform I'm listening to. And I just like to hear people talk about it. I like to hear perspectives, like to hear ideas, what they think's going on, and just small talk. You know what I mean? So we like to do that, obviously. So we're here bringing it to you guys. So thank you so much for joining. Like I said, week 8, the Wartortle episode. I'm going to throw up on the screen here and we can talk about this real quick, but we can't really. It's tough to compare modern cards to more of the vintage cards, right? So right now I'm showing the original base set Wartortle just to pay some homage to the first Wartortle card, and it's just Wartortle standing on a beach, aggressively looking at you through the card. And I also pulled up the Southern Islands Wartortle. I do like this card. It's got Horsey and Wartortle at the shoreline, and they're just doing like water gun as the move, right? So I do like it. It's cute. Southern Islands is a really cool set. So I wanted to show those two. But Kota, why don't you tell the listeners who's your favorite? What's your favorite Wartortle card?
Yeah. So obviously there's 2. I forgot to tell you about the other one. But it's hard. Like you said, it is so hard comparing. Because I do love the 151 Wartortle. As much as I don't necessarily love the Blastoise, spoiler for next week, that won't be the top one. This one is still got these light blues in it that look so good. They look like the light blues that really incorporate or were incorporated into the Squirtle. Just look really good in this. And I think this is my favorite of the, like, Squirtle's my favorite of the base of the 3. Wartortle is my favorite of the mids of the 3. Blastoise not my favorite of the 151 SIRs, but it's still a really clean card. I will say for vintage, this one's classic, and it's not even like the best art. It just makes me laugh. Is the Dark Wartortle from Team Rocket? Just because I like arms crossed sassy Wartortle, it just makes me laugh.
I was gonna pull that one up too. I have it right here. I have it loaded.
I like that. I just like this one. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. He's like mean.
It doesn't really make any sense. It's just kind of like somewhat sassy, like either grumpy or sassy Wartortle. I just like it. It just looks funny to me. So this is a close second.
Yeah, no, I had this up too. I was looking at it as well. I remember, with those cards back in the day, pulling them, looking at them. I probably still have that. Actually, I don't have that many dark cards from Rocket, but like we both said, I feel like the full art cards are very hard to compete with as far as artwork is concerned, right? Of course, people are going to feel a certain way about when they pulled a certain card or what they used to play their decks with back in the day. But this card right here is beautiful. In person, you got the coral, you got all this stuff in the water, got the sun peeking in from the top, looking down, and this is the only full art Wartortle that we have. So there really isn't much to art-wise, at least, to look at and to compete with. Like you said, next week episode, the Blastoise episode. Blastoise is, third evolution line of one of the first starters. We're going to have a lot of cards to look at, right? So, but yeah, I agree. It's really, really tough to compete with Wartortle. So I think I'm going to go with this one as well. The 151 Wartortle. We're locking it in. Final answer. That's our favorite Wartortle card as far as art is concerned. So like we said, there really wasn't much going on as far as TCG news. Last week we had the announcement of certain Pokemon. The Gen 10 Pokemon was the biggest. We also had other things in Pokemon related. All the games, they essentially announced certain things, right? So that was kind of the big news there. But what is going on this week is there's a lot going on with the current sets that we're looking at, right? So I know before the pod we hopped on and we were talking about what sets are going out of rotation. While we were just looking at the Wartortle, let's just quickly look at 151 because there's a lot of things happening with 151 this week. Before we look at the singles, because that is kind of like the hot topic, the sealed product as well is kind of going crazy, right? So at the top here, this is insane. I think when I first started streaming, I was able to get one of these master cases, which I never even knew existed. It's 6 sealed displays. So there's 10 displays in a case, and that now
of the booster bundles.
Of the booster bundles, correct. So it is 60 booster bundles, and that's market price says 9,000, but is this like lowest? What is this?
As lowest listing, so which means that there's nothing left there at 9,000.
It hasn't caught up, or exactly. So low.
It isn't a sale. It's just like you see there, like it's so few sales that it's hard to get good pricing data off of it. It's kind of estimating it based on like what the bundles themselves are doing. Yeah, dude, I opened up so many bundles of 151. It's like it makes me. I have to not think about how much I've spent. How much I've opened of 151 because as much I've had great luck. I pulled 8 or 9 of the Charizards.
That's awesome. Oh my God.
I've pulled plenty of everything else. My buddies pulled several Charizard. He pulled the Blastoise God Pack. We opened a lot because that was what got us back into it in like 2024-ish, like middle of 2024. But I remember getting like a ton of bundles from some collection buy or something like that. And I was like, I'm going to rip them. And I came out plus from ripping, which is insane. But
if you pulled 9 Zards, I don't even think I pulled that many Zards streaming.
I pulled 4 Zards in one day. It was the
what?
I opened
Legend
7 or 8 bundles. This is when bundles were like, I think they were up at like 45 a piece. And I was like, I'm gonna rip them. Yeah. Pulled to me. But like now I'm like, oh wow, 140 each. If I had sold half of them, if I kept half of them and sold them, I could buy a nice car. Like it's crazy how much 151 has climbed. And honestly, even recently, like you could still get them for like 80, 90, 100 not that long ago.
Even less than that, I feel like. But they climbed. Yeah, they climbed rather quick. I mean, we're looking at where is this? The one bundle display, which has 10 booster bundles in it, is at 1,800. So that's at 183 a bundle. The value of that. The ultra premium collection is 785. Dude, that is insane.
I need to look.
Oh my goodness, guys!
And then you know what that means is all those promos. Everybody also has. So my friend has opened a ton of this. He's kept everything. He's still got like 10 Charizards. I know he's got 10 Blastoises.
That's nuts.
And like 10 of each of the line of Blastoise, 9 of each of the line of Venusaur, bunch of Zapdoses, bunch of like he has so many things he's sitting on right now. But he also has his sister opened up a ton of. Let me find it. The UPCs back in like 2023 when you could get them in Costco for like $80 or whatever. Like when you could just get them off the shelves all day long. And she paid him back for something that he like did for her in those.
That's awesome.
I'm pulling up now what those are at. So you can chat about this for a second while I get those up.
Yeah. So you see guys like that's kind of like, I mean, it's part of the game, right? You save something and then you need something else. And then boom, all of a sudden if you had 10 of these, you're in for 900, maybe even less back when they were at Costco. If you bought 10 UPCs and now 10 UPCs is at $7,000. Like, that's crazy. But everything's up. Everything is up. The Elite Trainer boxes are over $550 right now. It says $554 market price. That's for the regular ETB. The Pokemon Center ETB is over $1,000 right now. So a lot of things are really pushing. So, Kota just said he was telling his friend to sell some. But guys, if you need the money and you need something to sell and you have this stuff, I know it's tough to part ways with stuff that you collect. Obviously, these things will most likely continue to go up a bit, and over time they will be up. But the booster bundle right now, a single booster bundle is $154. That's for 6 packs. That's crazy. That's like $25 a pack. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So I mean, it's right. It's up there. I mean, you're looking at how much is an Evolving Skies pack. I mean, I remember.
It's getting up there too, but obviously that's well. There wasn't as much of that. They've reprinted. Like they've had more. Now I don't know if it's necessarily reprints, but they've had so many re-releases of 151 in the past. Yeah. Like this has been. I mean, it's 3 years old. It's lasted for so long. It's gotten printed so many times. Like even up until the point where we had the 10s late last year.
Yeah. Was it this year?
Or early this year? It might have been early this year.
I think it was
around the holidays.
Yeah.
And like
Price Club, Costco, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we had those come out just like within the last couple of months, and they were like, and those were brand new promos. So it wasn't those were new. There were brand new promos that happened not before those Cosmos like Raichu, Machamp, Gengar, and Dragonite. So like, yeah, I mean, they did everything they could.
Yeah. No, and like if you were right, and that's why those things just get gobbled up. Like people say, oh, the reprints, they're going to reprint. People have their eye on the market. They're looking for certain things, and just as if something were to dip, there's so many people waiting on the sidelines to pick it up. So, I feel like this is super liquid stuff. If you're in this from the beginning and you're in it at a decent price, I feel like you're good. But I always say to people, because someone came in and said about Prismatic and then also Ascended Heroes, they're like, what do you think about Ascended Heroes? And I'm like, you kind of have to look at the other specialty sets in the past few years and see how they're performing. And if you look at all of those, outside of Shrouded Fable, you look at Prismatic and you look at Paldean Fates and you look at 151, and all of them are up. They got great chase cards in them. Again, outside of Shrouded Fable, I think that specialty sets are great. I keep seeing a lot of people looking for ETB cases because those are, and then sealed, that has a premium on it. So a lot of people are looking for that too. So I mean, 151 is 151, man. I mean,
low key, I'm looking at, so I pulled up the Mew EX and Mewtwo from the UPC, the 151 UPC.
Okay.
The Mew in the last month has only gone up $10. It is not scaling in the same. The Mew EX, the promo 53, really pretty pinks, gorgeous colors. This is my favorite Mew card if we ever get to that point.
What is it? What is that price wise?
It's at $68.
Yeah. So it's not showing. That's undervalued on the screen.
That is undervalued to me.
But yeah, no, 100%. I remember
every other card.
Go ahead.
The fact that every other card in the set is popping off like crazy, is double, tripling everything. The fact that these promos are lagging behind is really interesting to me. Also, the Mewtwo, which is the really cool one sitting over the city, kind of looking down, such great art, just so good, so menacing, has only gone up $6. It is a $37 card right now.
So we're at like what, 90, $100 for the 3. The metal card is there too, but I don't know how much. Is the metal card
I didn't include the metal card, but for the 2 of them,
the metal card is
probably not
20. Yeah, I see it right here on the screen. I don't see the other 2 on here. We're looking at the singles.
The other 2, because it's not technically 151, it's a promo, so it's probably not going to be in there. But
got it. Yeah.
Regardless, I mean, if you're looking at picking up any of these, if you're looking at picking up any 151, I would heavily, and I'm going to probably pick up some myself, look at the Mew EX and the Mewtwo from the promos, because they have not caught up. Their like price range has not caught up to what is happening with the rest of 151, which is crazy to me because the Mew is honestly like, it's just amazing. Yeah. Mewtwo is fantastic too, but that Mew is just the perfect.
I remember looking at that in Japanese. I was like, holy smokes. And in Japanese, obviously with a more the better texture and whatnot.
The Japanese is like expensive right now. That Japanese one's like 120.
Yeah, no,
So
it's up.
this one,
it's up there for sure.
This one is, I think, a sleeper. I think these two cards are very much undervalued right now.
No, I agree. And dude, I want to tell the people, if you guys weren't here 3 years ago when 151 was out, again, you can get those UPCs for like sub $100, right? But the promos, I remember streamers that had a ton of access to them were selling the set for $12 for 3 of them. So you could buy as much as you wanted for $12.
It's insane.
Look, it was a different time.
I have.
And everything's 2020 in hindsight, right? So you like, it's tough to just sit here and be like, damn, like, but now everyone that lived through that, you have those people living in the current time. Like, okay, that's why everyone's got a specific like take on promos and sealed stuff, sealed premiums. Like everyone's lived through that, in the past 5 years with all the different sets. But let's touch up on these singles real quick, because we did look at the sealed. Kota, I can't believe the big three and what they're doing. I mean, this whole set right now is blowing up. We spoke about this.
For my Zapdos.
We touched up on it with the going out of print stuff, right? So this is the stuff that happens, right? As things start going out of print, people start to look at it, and I think if you can't get newer product, then people start looking at the older product too. And this is going to be a set that people always look at. A ton of people, like Kota said, got back into the hobby with this. Much nostalgia. Even if people just came in for this set, they're still going to be looking for these cards. So Charizard, I mean, look, Charizard's always going to be Charizard. But this graph in the past month, where's the month? So the month, it was 232. That wasn't even a month ago. That was like 2 weeks ago. I mean, 228 was beginning of February, and we're at where are we at? 323 market price, but listed. Yeah. I got to
that's market price of you need to pull up the
let me put near mint.
Near mint. That's market price something else completely.
Yeah, so 258, and then we're at 450. So $200. That's insane.
And there's no buyout. This wasn't a buyout.
No,
this wasn't an organized buyout. Look at this. This chart is not a buyout chart. This is a chart people started just all together realizing we need to grab this. We need to grab this. And the most important thing on this chart is scrolling down. There's like nothing
barely
on the
anything.
Market.
Yeah, the lowest listed at
2 of the cards got bought while we were doing stuff.
Right, because we were looking at it. I'm like, wait,
So context, before the podcast started, I pulled up this chart and I said there's one card for 430, there's one card for 440, and there's a PSA 9 or PSA 8 for 450, and there's nothing below that.
Yep. And then those 2 cards are gone.
Those 2 cards are gone. So now there's only 2. What is that? That's also PSA 8?
Unless they raised their prices and now they're not. You know what I mean?
It could be, but they're not for that price anymore. And the first raw copy is from a seller with not very many sales.
Yep.
For $500.
Yep. Exactly.
This is a $500 card. The next podcast. And
here's the thing. Do not. I can't stress this enough, because like whenever this happens, everyone's eyes and everyone's attention always goes to these things, and it's so easy to get caught up in the FOMO. Like, if you wanted this card, you would have had this card already, right? It was down to 200 something. I had it on my stream the other day, and people wanted to buy it. I was like, here's the price, and they didn't want to buy it. It has whitening on the corners and the back. They didn't want to buy it, and now, I mean, it's up. I would consider it probably LP. It's got whitening on all the corners. I think that it's considered LP on TCG Player, I want to say. Yeah. So, but don't run and buy these cards now. I mean, don't get me wrong. Can this go up? Absolutely. Can it still go up? Yeah. And if it goes, and when it officially goes out of rotation, you're going to start to see more eyes going on it, and I'm sure it'll creep up more. And over time, look, it's 151. It was one of the best performing sets in Scarlet Violet, but it is up tremendously. You look at the top 3 cards. This Blastoise was, I think the Blastoise was honestly like one of the bigger headlines as far as card growth, because this guy was sitting for like under 100 for so long.
It was undervalued for a very long time, as was the Venusaur, as is my Zapdos, guys. Let's get Zapdos up to 200, please. I don't even have any copies left. I have a copy out. You know what? I have a few copies for 151 that are currently at PSA that won't be back until like June, and I'm never been happier because I would have sold them otherwise. I'm like, I can get a 9,
hold
I can
them.
get 8 and still be making money.
PSA, just keep holding them.
Take your time. Take your time. You're good.
Because, dude, honestly, this chart is actually crazy. The Zapdos, I feel I'm very partial to Zapdos. It's my favorite Pokemon after Charizard. I picked up a couple at that $70 price point. I have one in my Zapdos section in the Legendary Birds binder. I have one in the 151 master set. So I might have one more. I got to look through my cards. I probably sold it or traded it, but it is at $130 right now. So double the price from when I bought it. I think I actually bought them probably in December. But yeah, even a month ago it was $70. So, listen, we know this is always, it's a cycle. You know the popular Pokemon by now, right? You know Gen 1 Pokemon always bring attention. This is a full set of Gen 1 with the first full art illustration rares of some of these guys. Personally, artwork-wise, I would probably say from the big three, Charizard's obviously not my favorite there. Venusaur has beautiful artwork. I think Blastoise might be it for me on the top three. Zapdos, best card, I think, in SV era. Alakazam is severely slept on as far as artwork. I'm going to pull that up real quick. I mean, you got Alakazam in this, like, apothecary. Where is he? Like, you know what I mean? There's all these, like, potions and books, and he's doing, like, he's got the spoons, and he's doing the, you know, so it's... The card art here is great. I'm actually shocked that we don't see... Where's the Pikachu? Did I skip it? I'm so shocked. Oh, here it is, right here. Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked that Pikachu isn't higher up. The Pikachu card is awesome. I mean, you got so many Pokemon in the card itself. I get it. Pikachu is kind of small in the middle, but it's a very like playful, joyful card. I do like that, man. But yeah, so 151 is going on a complete tear.
I was gonna say, like, look at Japanese, and I think there are still plenty of cards you can look at in Japanese for this. The Pikachu being one that you can get on TCG Player for about $25. It hasn't had the same rise, and I think Japanese usually lingers back a bit. So I actually end up picking up a fair amount of the Snorlaxes, the Dragonairs, the Pikachus from TCG Player because I'm going to grade them or at least look them in the grade. Yep. But I was going to say that, but I will say the other cards in that set, the Charizard and everything, there's like 2 copies of Charizard and they're both $560, and there's no copies of Blastoise or Venusaur. So
they're $550 in Japanese.
Yes. There's one listing that's below it with what looks like a pretty low seller that's like $350, and the next one's $550. So the market price says $260. It just means there's none on the market. They've sold like crazy. So Japanese, if you want to pick up some of these singles, right now Japanese is not a bad way to go for the IRs. The Pikachu is not a bad price. The starters are still higher, but they're not too bad. Let me pull up the Japanese Squirtle. You can get for about $30 right now.
I think I have going up. Japanese.
It is
not a Squirtle. Maybe it's Ivysaur. I gotta look.
Yeah, I mean, they're all going up. Japanese is catching up a little bit. It took a little longer, but you can still pick up some of these. And I think if you're if you're FOMOing a little bit and you want to kind of jump at some of these 151 singles, look at Japanese. Look at the Squirtle. Look at the Bulbasaur, especially if you're thinking about grading, because Japanese obviously grades far better.
What's the booster box at? Did you have it up there?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me pull that up.
Actually had a booster box in Japanese, which I remember for the longest time was like 150. Came down a bit because Japanese booster boxes do a pretty good job at like pumping out more when they see that the market needs it and wants it. But it's got to be over. It's got to be 250 or more.
Now going to be around $25. Actually, it's $30. Wow, so there's one copy at $25, one copy at $27, and then 30, 35, 40, $40. Yeah. So
the booster box is $250. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. I think I need to pick up the Japanese Zapdos.
Dude, it's such a good card. And look, I had a PSA 10 of those for a while, and I ended up selling it off. But man, it looks good. But yeah, back to the podcast. Not us doing business stuff. That's where you're going to look right now. As of this podcast, as of tonight, as of March 5th in the year of our Lord, 2026, it is currently more affordable. And honestly, I think you're going to see more opportunity to grab Japanese than you would English. And it's going to be cheaper. And it's honestly, they're going to rise as well because all that stuff's out. You're asking about the booster box.
Yeah, I looked it up. It was $250. I found it.
$250. Gosh, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't that expensive that long ago.
No. And you know, now's a good time to like, because my son has a Psyduck card in his binder. Like, now's a good time to like make sure you tell your kids, like, you know, look, they get caught up in trades, they like stuff, but a Psyduck is $65 just chilling in the binder, in his binder. You know, like my daughter has some other full arts from the set that are like $40. You know, so it's a good time to kind of go through your binder even, but also your kids' binders, just to make sure, let them know, like, hey, if you're going to trade these cards, make sure, you know, they're not even allowed to bring them to school, which is good in my opinion, because I wouldn't want to have to, you know, get into. You
don't want to come back and be like, yeah, no. I traded my the Psyduck in Japanese is only $20.
There you go. Yeah, $64 in English. So, like, you know, pretty much the point we're trying to make here is, again, things are coming out of print. People are going to start to shift their direction to certain sets in the past, and things are going to start to go up. So if you do find cards in other sets in the first 4 main sets and 2 specialty sets of SV, now would probably be a good time to get them, especially if they're popular Pokemon. Kota, what do you have? Like a drip going on over there? What's going on?
I have something from my event. It just had like this weird little like stuff falling on me. I'm like, what the heck? It's a weird night, man. I'm tired. Things are happening. Geez.
Me too.
I'm richer than I thought I was a minute ago because of my grading plays that I haven't.
Let me tell you, if people are listening now and were on the live stream last night, I didn't go live until like 10 p.m. last night. I had a meeting.
Oh my gosh.
And like I'm busy this weekend, so I'm probably not going to be able to go live this weekend. So I was like, all right, 10 p.m. it is after this meeting I had, and we didn't get off till 1:30, and I was up at like 6:30. It's bad. It's bad. And I got to pack up the orders now. But listen, I'm rejuvenated now for the podcast. I'm right. All right. So I just wanted to quickly shift over into, so we do want to talk about some things going on with PSA real quick. I just want to touch up on certain things, right? So we're in the month of March. So March is officially going to be Perfect Order release month. We are going to see Ninja Spinner as well this month. So there are some sets coming out this month. Crazy. Perfect Order is a very interesting story going on with Perfect Order right now. So we're going to look at this chart real quick because this is like a nice U chart. This is it's on the screen right now is a U, meaning that it started up, obviously, it dipped down. This booster box dipped down below $200. This is a pre-sale. This is like a pre-sale, pre-release, whatever it is. So not many people can actually list these up for sale, right, on TCG Player. But this is the first booster box since, is it Surging Sparks that was under $200 before release, during, I think everything after Surging
Journey Together ever got down there.
Yep. I don't think Journey Together got down there either. I don't know if it dipped below 200 in its life cycle. We can check. But so Perfect Order is coming out this month. A lot of people, the sentiment is the same, that it's of a weaker set. Look, if we can get a decent amount and we can rip stuff for cheaper, I think people will still open it up. There are some desirable cards in here. I grew to like several of them while we were opening up the Japanese. So obviously seeing it in English, I think I'm gonna like it even more. But it came back up, guys. It dipped below 200 and now it's back up to the 230 price point. I don't know what's happening.
People are realizing that booster boxes are not going to be below $200 anytime soon. So that's really what it is. Like when it dipped down here, people were buying it up. You can see like 80, 100 sales in that 200 range. But that is exactly what it is, Kota. Like when you look at these, and then that really explains now then why Phantasmal Flames is $300, because you can't have Perfect Order at $230 and have Phantasmal at $260. You just can't. When you're looking at what's in the set, at least. Because you really, as things age, you really can't look at cards in the set and determine what the price should be, right? Because it's just a collectible in itself at that point. But Perfect Order, take a look at that. I'm going to be getting some booster boxes and ETBs, so we will be ripping that live. I think I'm going to be getting some bundles as well. So we'll take a look. We'll see how it goes. I got a booster box. It's the first booster box I've gotten in a while. I got the booster box from Pokemon Center when it dropped, and then got some of the ETBs coming as well. But I will say, Journey Together, the lowest it ever got after release, because the data doesn't go back far enough on TCG Player, because it was released over a year ago. But 209 was the range it got down to after release. It was kind of dipped down there, and then it went right back up to 250. And it came down a little bit during the holidays when everything came down. It's just stayed at that 250 range. So it's just one of those things that this was also a set that no one cared about.
Yep.
You know, you looked at it as like, okay, it's partners, yeah, but it's partners with Bellybolt, partners with Zoroark, partners with Clefairy, partners with.
They did in my opinion, they did a good job though. Like,
it was a good job, but it's a set that like you look at it, it's like, this is a bummer of a set,
right?
And everybody's like, you know, and you know, Perfect Order is gonna be terrible because it's Zygarde. I'm like, yeah, it's Zygarde, but like, there's plenty of people that like the Pokemon that are going to be in it. Yeah, I think having that Clefairy is good. The Clefairy is going to be the Psyduck from Mega Dream and from Cindy Hero. Is going to be that kind of thing where people are going to love that card because it's so.
I love it.
Perfect of a Clefairy card.
Yeah, it really is.
Maybe they won't like the Megas. That's fine, but there's going to be plenty of cards in here that people are going to like. And
I'm not going to lie. I still don't think Zygarde is anything great, but the SIR that we pulled, the SIR looks nice. I love the colors in it. Yeah. It is good. But it's just not that popular Pokemon that's going to drive people there. So, and then again, let's just pop over and let's take a peek at what Ascended Heroes is doing, because we are like a little over a month in. We're getting more product this month. I believe we're getting these collection. I think the poster collections are coming out this month, right?
We just had the pin collections drop.
The pin collections dropped, dude.
And
we did 9 breaks last night, and it was horrendous. 1 SIR, the pulls were terrible. I'm like, I feel like
the batching was worse with this set.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Than a lot of other sets I've seen. Oh, I forgot about the Meowth in this. I don't like the Meowth in this.
In Perfect Order.
Yeah.
I
don't like it.
We're giving away one of these on the stream. If you pull an SIR or a gold card, you need to put a list for this. So we're giving away a little poster collection in May when Chaos Rising comes. So we're going to just collect. But market price on an Elite Trainer box, $100. You know, so that did come down. On the other side, the Pokemon Center one went up. So Pokemon Center pricing is a little over $300. I don't know if they're going to put another release for Pokemon Center ETBs this week. We haven't gotten a Pokemon Center drop, which everyone was kind of like. We went into the week thinking we were going to get something, maybe pre-orders for Chaos Rising or something.
We're in the time frame. We're in that like 70-ish days out that we should be seeing. It may happen tomorrow. I feel like there was something that dropped on the site. There was an attempted drop on the site, I thought, earlier this week that crashed. And the web, like Pokemon Center crashed.
Okay, and that makes sense because
And basically, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking about this and not Walmart, but it was one of those things where
I think you're right.
I saw the security drop because yes, I'm in places where I get information. We have a friend, old Kelly that drops it in there. Yeah,
Kelly always
drops it in from when everything's are happening. And
join a Discord.
I remember getting on there. Yeah, please. And I remember getting onto the website and just everything crashed. Like, and someone was like, yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I think it was like
a delayed release.
What was it? It was like, it said like not available, but it wouldn't like queue up. Like you went to new releases and I think like nothing loaded or like Pikachu came on the screen.
The whole security system had a glitch out where the queue was gone, but also it wouldn't let anybody in.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. Yeah. So I think we may see it tomorrow. I don't think we'll see it tomorrow, but I think we'll see it like next Monday.
Yeah.
Or Monday.
Do you think it's Chaos Rising? Is that what we're thinking it is?
Yeah.
Or
we're in the time frame where this is a time 70, 68, 79, 60,
whatever the date.
68 to 75 days.
Yeah.
I was trying to avoid 2 numbers around 68 that you see the ETBs come out for these sets. So I think it's going to be Chaos Rising, and I'm excited.
It will be. It's going to be a main set. It's going to be a main set, Greninja set. Yep. So we will see. Yeah. We'll most likely see booster boxes and bundles as well, similar to how we've had with all the other main sets that you can pick up.
I'm really curious to see how the booster bundle release is for this, because
for Chaos Rising or
for Chaos Rising, because the ones when they did the drop for Perfect Order, the booster boxes lasted a little bit, but I heard a lot of people having issues with it. So I got lucky and got one, but I'm curious to see if we have any more like odd issues with it, or if we see it go really quickly again, like most booster boxes.
Yeah, because they were up for a little while for Perfect Order. I feel like no, well,
but there was a lot of people,
products were, but
the booster boxes were up longer than the ETBs, but there were a lot of people that had issues, like they got kicked out of the queue constantly and a bunch of stuff. So I think it was like, it lasted longer just because people were getting kicked out, which I've gotten kicked out of other sets. I missed out on the Black Bolt White Flare one because I got kicked out of the queue for who knows why.
Yeah.
So
dang. I'm trying to get a Black Bolt PC ETB. I think I got somebody in the Discord. Shout out to Trippy. I think we're going to get one.
I think it's cue up your favorite segment.
Tangent of the day. The day.
Costco is the only place that's figured out how to do this right. And it's random draw, luck of the draw queue system where it doesn't matter when you get in the queue. It's you have a certain amount of time you get in. And if you get in, you're given a random number.
Is that how it works?
You can get a bunch of tabs open. There are certain ways to work around it where you can get tons of tabs open and have a bunch of different entries. But it is luck. It is.
I didn't know that.
Just hope. And I think that's way better because it just makes no one can complain.
Right.
It's everybody can complain, but it's like, hey, you all had equal shot. You all had equal opportunity. There's security, like there's like the caption stuff for each one. So it is a little bit of security layers there. You have to have an account, which is obviously a security layer in and of itself. You have very hard limits, and they have a very good system of blocking IPs. So that's really good for like not having a bunch of duplicate orders. It's the best system that I've seen, and I know people hate it because it's like, but look,
I've never hit on it.
None of you that are getting to Pokemon Center are probably hitting really because you're not part of a Discord. You don't have bots. Mm-hmm. This is like, hey, we're all on equal footing. This is a much superior way. No first come, first serve. It's just, hey, here you go. Here's your lottery ticket. It's a lottery system that I think is so superior to what we have with Pokemon Center, where it's like, hope you click fast enough and then don't get kicked out randomly. Because I've been a part of every Costco drop that has been. I have missed on one because I was in the middle of a meeting and only got in there the very last second. I had only one tab open, and it was like I was still within range. I almost got in, but it was just outside of it. But like, you can get in there. It's a much fairer system.
I'm about to try
that. Pokemon Center.
Yeah, adopt that. Yeah, it's interesting.
Walmart really needs to adopt that.
Walmart by far. I mean, I don't know about Target because I haven't. Target's always like dropping at like 2 a.m. at 3 a.m. and I'm like,
dude, there's gonna be a drop tonight or tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. Eastern
for Target.
Yeah, there's gonna be apparently there's gonna be Ascended ETBs that drop.
Interesting. I got some Ascended ETBs today.
I can't stay up till 3 a.m. to try to get one of these. That's not worth it. I'd rather sleep and not have the mental stress of the rest of the day. That's not worth $60 to me.
No, I agree. I thought I heard one of them was getting prismatic, but maybe that was last night. I don't know.
There's too much to keep up with, man.
Dude, the singles are still going strong. I think the Gengar actually jumped up. Yeah, it dipped for a bit. It dipped like 830. Now it's back up to 960.
Look at what the ETBs are doing, man. They're flooding the market.
But like,
they're flooding the market. This stuff's going to come down. No, it's not.
Yeah. I mean, look at this.
Look at this.
The top chases in this set, and rightfully so, Gengar and Dragonite are by far, I think, the best cards in the set. But Gengar at 970, Dragonite at almost 600. Then you got the Goldzard at low.
The Charizard hasn't come down much either.
No,
I sold mine for 600. Not that like 2 weeks ago. This is not a big drop.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, the singles are holding strong. Don't get me wrong. This set has probably, aside from pulling a God pack and having all the evolution SIRs, this set is the second best specialty set here with all the SIRs that you can have. It's got a wide range. It casts a pretty wide net because you've got SIRs like Pheasantipity and Zoroark, the Lily's Clefairy in here as well, the Meganium. So you've got SIRs for everybody. The Metagross still sick, Frostlass, the Grimmsnarl. There's some not popular, but they are beautiful cards, and the God Pack is the God Pack. Still love this Psyduck, man. I love that Psyduck. So I mean, the singles are holding strong. There really isn't anything we can say about it right now. I feel like it's going to be something like Prismatic, where they'll continue to put product out. People will still want to rip it at a quick rate, and it won't really do anything as far as market price. Unfortunately, for those that are trying to get in,
it's Prismatic with better hit rates.
Oh my God, yeah. Well,
except for your rips. Well,
I could argue that last night.
You pulled 2 God packs. How many God packs did you pull?
That saved it, but like last night was rough, man. I just was,
but like how bad were Prismatic rips on your?
Oh, Prismatic rips were horrible because you had no IRs. So like we were pulling 3, 4 last night, so that was good. But like the missing the IRs, like you can't get a Pokeball as a hit. Come on,
it was such a miss. It was such a miss of us. Like it makes more sense why like Prismatic packs are down to like 10 with down to almost $11.
Yeah.
Because I think it is it's just an inferior ripping experience.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be looked at as SV Mega Era's Crown Zenith, where it's not Crown Zenith hit rates, but it's Crown Zenith's variety.
Yeah.
Where you could hit so many different IRs and SIRs and not get duplicates. And I think that's a really important aspect. Plus you have the different Pokeballs and different energy reverses, which look better than the cracked ice ones. I think I never was a fan of the cracked ice. I also wasn't a fan of trying to figure out like, is it a Master Ball? Is it a Pokeball? Is it worth a lot, or is it worth basically nothing?
Yeah.
I think this set's going to be one that people rip for a very long time.
Yeah.
I think people are going to look at it fondly. I think this is going to be outside of Scarlet Violet and Paldean Fates. This will be looked at as the best ripping experience of this era, at least of what we have right now. And I don't foresee anything other than maybe the Celebration set being different than that.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested. That's a very good point you bring up, because the Celebration set only had a few, four cards in the pack. So
yeah.
Well, speaking of Celebrations, we are going to be getting and it's not, I don't think it's not Celebrations related, but it is the first series of the Partner Series 1, right? I think that's coming out this month too, I believe. So we should see, that's the pack that has 2 booster packs. I think it's maybe Mega and Phantasmal. And then the one series, the starter series. So you'll get, it's Gen 1, Gen 4, and Gen 7.
So yeah, this is series 147. So we're going to see at least probably 2 more. And I think the last one might be end of this year. I think we'll probably see every few months we'll have these release. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
March 20th is when we're seeing this pop out. It is currently $70.
Excuse me, it's $70.
TCG Player 2 packs. It's 2 packs, 1 Mega, 1 Phantasmal, a sticker sheet, and then the booster pack with the illustration rares, which is what I was worried about. Those illustration rares are going to drive, and obviously this is pre-order prices. These are just certain stores that can mark up the price. But I will say that the first ones were listed in the 50 range, and it has gone up. And just last week, 137 of these were bought up at $70. So.
Yeah, I mean the box looks really cool. The box looks like a really cool collectible in its own right. But the pack art, you can see it's like, it almost reminds you of like the McDonald's pack art. I'm wondering if it's going to be like a different material, or if it will be. You know, like McDonald's has like a paper material as the pack. I don't know if you've opened up the McDonald's ones, but it looks cool. And again, when you get your series 2 and 3 next to it, I think it's going to be really cool as a collectible in a box. But yeah, we talked about this when it first came out, and you were like, I was like, isn't there going to be an overabundance of these cards? And you brought up the grading aspect of it, which really is such a good point. As far as like keeping that price point up, because people are going to be chasing PSA 10s in them, sequential 10s, you know, whatever it is. But we're going to be getting nine cards total in series 1, 3 from each starter from 1, 4, and 7. And then you got to assume it's going to be,
and there are going to be people
2, 5, and 8, and then 3, 6, and 9 as
something like that for sure. Sets. But you have to imagine people are going to try to get as many copies as they can so they can have a sequential 1 through 9. Yeah, like they're going to save them, and then have like,
you're right.
You know,
or you save them all
27, like all of them.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine a sequential 10 on all the starters from Gen 1 through?
I would. PSA, bro. You know, someone at PSA is just like,
Yeah, no, that's exactly why you can't do that.
Turtwig is giving 9 vibes. I'm going to just say it's a 9. That's going to be right in the middle, and everything else is a 10 just to screw with them.
Oh my god! See, like that's
no.
what you just
Yeah, but like people are going to be trying to do this. People are trying to get sequential of each one. They're going to probably try to do as many grading plays. This is going to be, I mean, the fact that these are getting bought up at 70. I mean, 140 of these got bought up at $70.
Yeah, that's crazy, guys.
And
that's essentially even
that's so many.
Like that's like $20. That's more than $20 a pack, and the one pack just has the illustration rares in it, which I get it.
You might as well just throw the other 2 packs in the trash and just be like, I don't care where they're in these. I'm after this in the middle.
But imagine pulling the Zardy out of that and getting the illustration rares. That'd be pretty cool. Or
I mean, but like, it's just, I mean, is this going to be the most overpriced, the most over MSRP item that we've seen before? Because like percentage wise, no, I mean, not percentage wise, but like out the gate percentage wise, like this is like, let me look at this MSRP of this because
MSRP's got to be like $13. It's got, because like you got 2 packs, which brings you to about 10. What could it be? $12.99. I don't know where their price points are at.
My guess is probably like a $18.99, $19.99 product.
That much? Well, how much?
Let me pull up Pokemon Center and see if they ever had it.
Think about this. If you look at the Pokemon Day, the one with the Pikachu in it, that's out now with the coin, that one's like $18, and that one has 3 packs in it. 3 actual booster packs.
It's the fact that it's not it's the fact that these are illustration rares. That's what's
I'm wondering how Pokemon would price that out into their product.
$15.99 on Target pre-order. So they're valuing basically the pack as a pack.
Okay.
So we're talking about
So $15.
Almost 5 times MSRP out the gate. It hasn't even released yet. We're seeing 140 of these dropped. And 140 of these bought up in 2 days. And I mean, 50, 60, people are still buying this at $70.
Dude, it's wild. That's wild. But yeah, you're right. I really didn't factor that in, like that whole, like the strength of what those would mean to certain collectors, even raw, but like, getting the right ones to grade. That's wild.
It's going to be rough.
Yeah.
This is going to be one that I think people are I think that's why I was so high, not high on it, but high on the opportunity of it being way overpriced out the gate. Was it's illustration rares of every starter.
Yep.
It's just the most appealing thing in the world. They could have put Perfect Order and Journey together in there, and it would have still been probably $70.
Yeah, it's true. Do you think
they put Japanese packs in there and it would have been?
Yeah. Or you could be like the Whatnot streamers and put Korean packs in there for 90 and do you think we'll get one of these for Gen 10 by itself or no? I don't know. Yeah.
I think this series thing will be over. I think they saw the opportunity of using it. But I think even if we see that February, March release of Winds Waves that we talked about, Winds Waves is just weird to say.
I know.
Weewa. Going back to Weewa. Even if we see it drop in like March or into February, it's still going to be, they probably won't have anything. They'll have whatever that first base set will be featuring the illustration rares of the starters.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, Scarlet and Violet didn't do that, which is weird, right? Like the starters didn't appear until Paldea evolved. Yeah, I mean, they were cards.
Well, no, that was in Japan
because they had SIRs in Paldea, but I'm sure there were cards like commons in Scarlet and Violet in just Scarlet and Violet base, right? I don't know. I think
this is the podcast where we take a lot of time to research stuff.
We'll cut some of this out.
And during the podcast, definitely not before, because we don't know what we're talking about till we get here.
No, this is great. This is the whole thing of it. But yeah, I think I don't think they had.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was weird. Scarlet and Violet did not have them, which I was like, oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. So
yeah.
The grading play I think is going to be something that drives it for sure. Speaking of grading play, Let's go into the segment of grading, the topic of grading rather, because there is there is
a shorter podcast.
There is two things we want to talk about, and again, PSA seems to be in the crossfires here, but let's share this real quick. So Kota sent me this real quick. I just want to point out this is a PSA related, but Collector posted this. A PSA 10 no rarity Charizard just sold in a confirmed private sale for $1.7 million. And then it goes on to say it's the highest recorded sale of any Charizard, and the card is only a Pop 10 in a PSA 10. So it doesn't have a rarity on it. This is the base set for the audio listeners. This is like what your base set Charizard looks like in the Japanese, So 1.7 million, dude. That is insane. So the previous highest Charizard was the base set first edition Zard that ended in the golden auction just a couple of weeks ago, and that was just shy of $1 million. I think it was like high nines.
Yeah.
So to see this, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a Pop 10 in a PSA 10. That means something, right? So I don't know. What do you think about stuff like this when this happens? Like, obviously, the eyeballs of everybody starts coming in. It just draws more people, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's cool to see. This makes a lot more sense to me than the base set Zard, because this is there's 10 of these, and there's odds are very high that there's not going to be more of these. I am curious. I haven't looked it up. I wonder if there's any black label copies, because if there's black label copies, I cannot imagine what that would go for. I doubt there are.
Of the no rarity one?
Of the no rarity one.
Yeah.
But
I doubt it. If there's only
realistically, this is one of those things that it's cool to look at. It's cool to see. Obviously, I think it's cool to see I will die on this hill. I'm glad that Logan Paul doesn't have the highest paid for card Charizard anymore. It makes me happier than a lot of things in my life. But
did you buy this card so you can say that? Yeah. Is that you?
That's right. It's me over here. Me who was talking to you before this podcast about how hard it is to get bulk in collections in this area. Yeah. That was me. I said, it's hard to get bulk, but boy, can I get this Zard for 1.7. Clean 1.7 million.
That is too good.
No, I think it's cool. Does it do anything in the market? No. I think it's the same thing that I said with Logan's and that whole whatever. It's cool. I think there's some people that will see it. A lot of people won't see this as much. This is not one that's going to get the same marketing and same features as the Logan Paul one, because Logan Paul had the whole show with it. But this is a way cooler card than Logan's.
Yep.
So much cooler than his Charizard. I like this. Obviously, just from the image we're seeing, it looks cleaner than the Illustrator Pikachu did. So I think it's cool. Pop 10. Probably not gonna see more of these. It's great. Does it do anything in the market? No.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that it would do is just bring eyeballs to people that have deep pockets. And I think it will just look for more cards like this. I don't think that those people are going to be getting into the weeds of buying booster box cases now and sitting on them. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to look for grails like this, like low pop, vintage PSA 10s, black labels.
Yeah.
You can find them. So yeah, it's just a different market.
I think there's so many people that are coming in already. Like, there's institutional money coming in anyway with which probably we won't get into today, but the meme strategy stuff.
We'll figure it out.
Regardless, we're seeing institutional money come in for these Grails and for these PSA 10s. I think we're seeing plenty of institutional money coming in for picking up the boxes and everything. So
yeah,
I think the biggest thing this does is the 1% of cards, the 0.1% of cards that are like the insane Grails. Normal consumers will never touch them again.
Yeah,
ever.
No. It's true.
So does that do anything to the market? No, because I don't think most people care to ever touch those kinds of cards. But it does, like,
I know,
reality check on a lot of people.
I was never gonna have it, right? Like, I just know what.
And it's like, if that's going up to that price, what else is going to follow it up there? Like, okay, well, are we going to see the Van Gogh Pikachu? Are we going to see the Van Gogh Pikachu's hitting 5K? Are we going to see like the Zard and these kinds of like PSA 10s? Maybe not the Zard because it's high pop, but like some of these like lower pop. Yeah, like the Lovebirds and stuff like that are lower pop. Not low pop, but lower pop. Are we going to see those start to skyrocket? Because the people you're talking about are going to come in and say, well, like, basic Charizards are not accessible, but like the Lovebirds, you know, these are like these shining cards from vintage, you know, whatever PSA 10s are left of those. It's going to be interesting to see. And yeah, it's just a reminder that people with a lot more money than you want a lot more things than you. And that's why the market's going to keep doing this.
Right. Because there's so many different people that collect different things that have different pockets, and you know, it is what it is. Like, you know, but staying on the topic of PSA, and let me share the screen again here. This Deoxys card. So when did, I don't know when this actually hit the news cycle. Was it today or yesterday? Where PSA. So the story is, guys, good. Do you know when it was? It was yesterday. Today?
I think it was yesterday.
Okay.
I believe it was
I definitely
yesterday.
saw a video about it. I want to say, was Twice Baked Jake? No, he was talking about something else. I was listening to a couple of videos today, but this one specifically, right? So this one was, so up on the screen now for the audio listeners is the Deoxys card. This was a movie promo, I believe, after the 7th movie, and it was just the Japanese promo that was sent out. So, very limited. It was a PSA 10. It had an old PSA label on it. The person sent it into PSA to get it into a new slab, and they got an email from PSA saying that it was damaged during the process. Now, this card value in a PSA 10, I believe, was what, like 40 or 60,000 or something like that.
So I pulled up the. I'll share it too. I pulled up the Facebook post from the person bvo.tcg. So if you want to go to see the official listing, go ahead and talk to him or check out his Instagram page. But he posted this, and I'll go ahead and read it for everyone. This wasn't the news I wanted to hear, but it happened. PSA damaged my PSA 10 lenticular Deoxys while I was getting reholdered. The card was impacted during the encapsulation process and was deemed a PSA 6. Now they're saying the fair market value for the card, the PSA 10, is $20,000, with the most recent comp being a public sale of $45,000 on February 22nd, 2026. And I have no idea how their valuation makes any sense. Multiple people have told me the Deoxys is worth $60,000 plus, and I personally have an offer over that. PSA fixed this issue. So essentially, PSA said, oops, we broke your card. Here's $20,000. Now, the fun part of this,
that's crazy.
PSA is the one that sold the $45,000 card on February 22nd. It was from PSA's vault, their eBay page, sold the card for $45,000. And in an email that he followed up with later, I believe on, I can't remember whose post he mentioned. I think it was a Possum Buds video. Okay. He commented and said, they basically said, well, we're not going to go off one sale. We're not going to just go off last, whatever sale with offers. And it was like, one, there weren't offers. It's a PSA sale. Two, that's what people do with vintage cards. You go off of last sold because there's so few of these. There's not like, there's not PSA 10s of this random Deoxys lenticular from a movie in 2004 that are getting sold every day. So of course you go off last listed. And the idea that you would sell a card, that they sold a card for $45,000 2 weeks ago and said, well, it's not worth $45,000. It's worth $20,000. Yeah, it's insane. And also, like, it just goes to show PSA is not a company with morals.
Yeah, it really is so sad to hear that. There's no way they didn't think that this was gonna like not get out, right? Like, there's no good outcome for them here. Unfortunately, it doesn't affect most people that are continuing to grade, right? We'll continue to do what we need to do or what we're doing. unfortunately, and I think they know that. But like, this is sad for the collectors. Like, that is again, just speaking up on Grails, it's a card that I didn't really know about. Now, it's a lenticular card, guys. So for those of you guys that don't know what that is that when you turn the image, it changes, and it's the only one that's like that, where it's like a regular Pokemon card, how the Pokemon cards used to only be in that the hollows used to be like the smaller portion of the card. It's the only lenticular like that. So it's a Grail in its own right for the people that are looking and know about this card. Now more people do know about the card because of this story, but yeah, that is just like a shot in the heart for this guy, and for collectors in general, that this could happen where, and I don't know why he needed to get it reslabbed. Like, I guess sometimes people,
it was in an older holder.
It was an older holder. I get it. It's still the fact that people can crack slabs and resend them and get 10s from 9s, but PSA can't crack their own slab and not jack up the guy's card is beyond me. That is like that's the biggest crime here. Like, what are you talking about, guys?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and I will say there as I'm looking through his stories, because I had not done this. He did say that PSA is currently reviewing the comp and we'll get an update tomorrow. He did not post anything today, so doesn't feel like that must have gone well, or he actually didn't hear back from them today. But it's just a reminder.
Yeah,
companies are predatory. If this is a case of predatory, the problem is if this is a case of the honest mistake and someone's just wrong on the comps, because it's vintage is hard to comp, whatever. It would look bad because, one, there's already been accusations, keyword accusations. You get people listening now, so I feel like I have to like be more careful with what I say.
Right. What you say,
there have been allegations of PSA taking cards out of slabs, switching up cards, people sending in cards and saying, well, that's not the card I sent in. Like, that's clear. I have pictures of the card I sent in. That's not the card I sent in. Not to mention, we had the whole thing with the 9s that were all of a sudden magically 10s.
Yep.
After they bought them back from someone. PSA is pushing the envelope on what they can do, because PSA is in the best position they've ever been in, where they have a complete monopoly. They bought Beckett. Well, collectors bought Beckett. They have SGC. There's basically no one out there because everybody looks at CGC as the like Costco brand grading, and then Tag is like the bougie one that no one actually like wants to collect, but it looks cool, so people like talking about it. This is not what I think. I think Tag is fantastic, but you have all these people doing this, and they're just over there like, well, what if we just told them it's 20,000 and we just kept it because we can do whatever we want.
Right.
What if it's
what's from throwing it into a 10?
What if they did switch it out? What if it, maybe it's just a case where there's one bad apple that switched out the card, and they said, "Oops, I dinged it. My bad. Darn." And even if he gets fired, he's like, "Cool, I have a $50,000 PSA 10 in my pocket. I'm gonna go figure out what to do with." And obviously all speculation. But the problem is there's so much speculation constantly building with PSA, and the thing is, like you said, doesn't matter, because guess what? As a reseller, as a business, I don't have a choice. I have to grade with PSA.
Yeah. No,
if I want to sell stuff, I can't grade. I can't sit back and be like, "Hey, like CGC now." Even if CGC looks good, even if pristine 10s look better than PSA 10s, doesn't matter. Yep. I have to use PSA now. Will I use them less? Maybe, because there's obviously a lot of weird stuff happening, but it's still
too much.
It's still the best for businesses. They have closed their ecosystem and made this monopoly where they can buy, sell, and trade the cards themselves. It's nothing's going to be done about it. No one can do anything about it. The market doesn't care because the fanboys of PSA, and I'm not talking about people that just like PSA, but the people that defend these kinds of actions with PSA, and there are people out there that do it.
Yeah, like for some reason, it's one thing to just continue to use them, but to defend them,
defend this. You can defend the price increases, you can defend the time extensions, whatever. I get that. You cannot defend the 9s and 10s. You cannot defend. You cannot defend doing this. Oh, we damaged your card. Here's fair market value.
Right.
which we manipulate because fair market value, all of a sudden, if it's a card that's like, well, there was one sale 3 sales ago that was like $10,000 upcharge.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it's like, well, we know there was one for $45,000, a sale for $45,000, but like it's $20,000. The fair market value is just $20,000. Don't ask questions. It just is.
Right.
Even if we sold the card for $45,000, it's not worth $45,000. It's worth $20,000.
Wild.
It's they can manipulate so many different things, and because they have a monopoly and because people don't move away from it, it's gonna stay. And I don't see it dying this market cycle. Maybe this sets the stage for like the 2030 market cycle where we see, if that ever happens, I don't know what the market's going to do, if it's ever going to be a cyclical thing or if it's just going to be like a lot more like stair-steppy. But we may see other companies start to get more of a market share. But for now, I guarantee you, if we go in a couple of days and look at like gem rate and see how many cards are graded with PSA, it's still going to be like
crazy.
a 5-1 with the rest of the market.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
It just doesn't matter. And it's frustrating to everyone.
They know
myself.
that. They know that. That's like kind of it, right? Like, it's like, all right, like this happened.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it? And it sucks.
When was the last time you heard like the good stories coming out of PSA where it was like they owned up to something without people calling them out?
Right.
You don't.
Yeah.
They don't happen.
Yeah. I mean, they have to know this is going to come out. It's very easy. All eyes are on Pokemon right now. It's not like, this is not like they messed up my card and it's a, like, the Caterpie or something like that. Like, whatever.
They just don't care.
Yeah.
They just don't care. And like the thing is, like, you can't make them care. And like, and there is no amount of financial pressure that you can apply from the people in the market that would actually care about those. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. This is a big controversy. It's big on Reddit. It's big on Instagram. It's big on like TCG, YouTube.
Yeah.
Most people never hear about this. Yeah. Most people won't hear about this.
Yeah.
Because they'll hear about the Logan Paul's stupid thing. They'll hear about, the illustrator, the base at Charizards, all this stuff, but they won't hear about this guy getting screwed out of $35,000 or $25,000.
I'm interested to see how this ends, because he has to get the card back.
I hope we can I hope we can provide an update next week.
Yeah, I'll say next week. Next week we'll have an update on that.
I'm going to follow him now that
we definitely want to talk about more things, but we'll save that for a future podcast. There are things going on right now with some Chinese investors, but wanting to buy out some of the felt hat Pikachus that are available. So that's kind of like something that was said. Nothing really happening just yet, so we won't really harp on that. My Switch 2 came in. I did port over my old Switch to this one. Have I played anything? No, my daughter was playing on it. And I was going to buy Pokopia as the first game, and I don't think I am, only because I don't know if it's a game that I would actually even like. It looks cool. I get it. It was very zen when I was watching early reviews of people playing it. The sound, like it was very like zen feeling. However, I just don't think that I would have that time. So I don't know if you're getting it. If you can, but maybe that's something that you provide an update on for the listeners in the future. But
I don't have any current plans to get it, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But because I'm having fun with Fire Red. Two, I've never, it's, I mean, $20. I mean, it's great. I've just never been a big fan of Animal Crossing. I played a bit here and there, but I've just never been a huge fan. I like Minecraft growing up,
I played Animal Crossing. College. Yeah, I played Animal Crossing with my daughter when we got the first the Switch OLED. I'm like, all right, this is kind of fun, but it seems like it's very much that, but Pokemon.
It's like very cozy, very like cool, but like I will say, did you see? I don't know if you've seen this, but like to get a Cubone, apparently you have to like set up a grave.
I heard that, which is wild.
I don't know if that's real or not because I haven't watched anything. But I was like, if that's real, that's psychotic.
Yeah,
come on,
it's wild.
Come on, Gabriel, what are you doing
in a game? It's like it's not going to understand that concept.
Yeah, I think it's cool to have like something for people that are not like into like the main games. It's great for like if I know people whose like significant others are really big in Animal Crossing that they play Pokemon. It's like cool. This is like a nice transition. Like they can use all these Pokemon and stuff. But I do not think this can carry us over until Winds Waves if it's a November release. There's
way.
no shot. There's no shot this game can do it. And I don't think Champions will either because the competitive scene is still smaller than the casual gamer scene. So it makes me, seeing it made me really think, okay, there's a very good chance we see this in March. Like when Winds Waves is a March or February release, which
I'm telling you, dude,
still wild.
It's all coming. Everything is coming out at one time. Games, Japanese, English, one shot. March.
Look,
call it. Mark
do
my
we
words.
need like money on this? Do we need to put like some what do you call on the stream?
What bounty?
What do you call it? No, the financial units.
Oh, berries.
Berries. Yeah, we need to put some berries onto this.
Some berries on it.
I totally disagree. I do not think that's going to happen.
Oh man, I mean, this is going to be great. I'm telling you,
think of something.
They were very big on saying simultaneous worldwide release on a few things, So I don't know. Never say never with Pokemon. Who the hell knows?
Look. We're gonna talk. We're gonna have some kind of bet going for this because I do not think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, we got to figure something out. Maybe
we'll figure something out.
I drive to you if I lose, and then you drive to me and treat me out to dinner and a dinner plan or something like that.
We'll do something.
It's a pretty far drive, Dan. It's going to be like a 6 or 7 hour.
I don't know about like a 9-hour drive from me or whatever it is, but
that's
we'll
crazy.
Figure something out.
That's a drive. All right. Before we wrap this up, we're at the segment of the pod where we talk about stuff that we picked up this week that we like. Kota, what'd you get this week? Did you get anything this week?
I picked up some bulk, which is not interesting to show. I didn't really pick, other than this. Like I said, I ended up buying a bunch of the Japanese 151 singles like a few days ago, right before they started really popping off. So I had those. They're not here yet, and they're going to probably get sent out to be graded pretty quickly. But now, right now, it's been it's only been like 4 days since we last filmed when I did pick up stuff. I had a 3D printer. I have not touched the 3D printer, by the way. Still don't have the power cord. It's somewhere in my parents' house. It's still actually sitting in the exact same place I sat it in Sunday because I'm bad at organizing things because ADHD.
Same.
But yeah, no big pickups. Been playing a little Fire Red, doing other stuff. So
I might have to. Is it $20 per game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I'm just kidding though. I just got Fire Red.
That's still not bad though.
Yeah. It's nice to be able to play it because emulators are a little finicky with my computer. So
yeah. Not
that I play emulators. But if I did, they would be finicky with my computer.
I played them on the iPhone, and it's just weird when you're playing like on something that's not it.
It's nice to play it on the Switch. It's nice to play it on my TV where it's like, oh, look at this.
No, 100%. Playing all the old games on the Switch online was great.
Yeah, and it looks better. So it was nice.
So I didn't. It's nothing like it's actually going off of one of the things that came in. That I showed off on the last podcast. So last podcast I showed off this. It's not a graded card. It is an extension card to the Moltres, but Sparkachu sent me the rest of them. So here's the one for the Zapdos and the Zapdos right here and the Articuno. So now we have all three. Good. Yeah. So now we have all three of these, which look absolutely stunning in their extended arts. And then the card number 2 of 12, that is the Savage Legendary Collection. Here's the Moltres right there. That's the Moltres EX. So we're showing that on the stream. People that are members, we just added a little something for the members to get. So that's really it that I picked up. Nothing. I actually did buy a case of Obsidian Flames booster boxes.
Oh,
that was something I got to do a video update on YouTube because that was something in January that I said sets that are going to be going out of print, guys, keep an eye on them. You want to probably pick up some things. So I meant to ask you, but there was one left that was under 1,800. So I'm like, I got to get this before somebody else does. But I don't have my bank set up through TCG Player. Because they were just holding the funds from the sales that I had. So I was able to use that to pay it down. I don't know. I might have to update something where I have to like transfer it over, or does it automatically go into your account?
I don't. Yeah, I have it set up to where like every whatever amount of time between payouts, it just sends it to my bank account.
Okay. Yeah, I got to look into it. I mean, unless I didn't make it, I might not have made it to that time frame, and then it was there, and they were like, "Do you want to use it?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?"
I didn't know that was a thing. I've never seen that before. That's wild.
It must be because, again, I'm new to TCG Player, guys. So, like, I don't know if I have to just turn that on or set up my account. Maybe I just never set my bank account up for them to give it to me. But I bought a bunch of singles that I needed. I was already buying some like Silver Tempest singles. I needed some Rainbow Rares and some of that. So I was buying that, and I'm like, you know what? Let me look at this booster box. So the only one I need from the 4 sets that I was talking about in that video is Paldea Evolved. It's the most expensive one. I don't know if that's out of reach now where it's at, but we shall see.
It's up there.
Yeah, we shall see.
Which is wild. That makes no sense.
No, I am I don't want to say I'm a hater of Paldea Evolved, but I don't think it deserves to be anywhere near the top tier.
The Magikarp is cool.
It is cool. And there's a couple of cool cards in there. But
like that's not for like the big hitters.
Yeah. So I always get into it with Nostalgianomics via chat on his video. I'm like, Paldea Evolves all. He's like, dude, it has the starters, which you were talking about just recently. It has the starters of Gen 9. It's got all this. I'm like, still. Yeah.
It's a good set. It's better than Obsidian Flames, and it's better than Scarby Base, but it's not.
It's a big set too.
It's not exceptional.
No,
by any means.
It doesn't. It's not in. To me, it's not in a tier with Destined and Surging. So
no.
So like that's why I'm like. Well,
no, yeah, I agree. Surging has as much as I don't like the Pikachu. Surging has so many good cards, and the Milotic and the Latios and the
and
all that are so good.
And it's severely undervalued. I think Surging Sparks is the same price as Perfect Order, guys. That's not going to be the same. That's not going to be the case for a while. Yeah, we should look that up before. I don't know. I might be throwing some fake news out here, but
I'm not. But like, I thought you were going to say I'm going to throw some money at it. I was like, I'm not going to buy any because
I have. So just so you know where my position is for SV.
255, yeah.
255. Wow. So come on. I have a case of every set in Scarvy except for Paldea Evolved, Twilight, and I need 4 sets. Paldea Evolved, Twilight, Temporal, and Stellar, I believe. I think I need those 4. But
Stellar, I remember how. Yeah,
I've got 4 cases. I've got 4 cases of Journey, so I might use that as trade bait. And we can trade. I only need 1, but I have 4. I have bought 4, I think, at a decent price, so I might use that to trade. So
that's
yes.
wild.
What do you looking something up?
Yeah, I just was looking at that price. Like 255 is wild. 325 for Twilight Masquerade should not be more expensive.
I mean, and Obsidian Flames is in the 300s too now, so it's
that makes a little sense because it's going out of rotation.
Right, it's my rotation.
Twilight Masquerade isn't, and it's 325 versus 255 for Surging.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, guys. Like,
I mean, there's been more reprints of Surging, but still, it's crazy.
There is, but I don't see them doing more. Like, how can they go back to Surging when they can't keep up with anything current? I think Surging is a screaming buy. At this
Stellar
price.
Crown is $40 more
than Surging, right?
Stellar Crown is $293.
It does not make sense. It doesn't make sense, guys. So keep an eye on Surging Sparks if you're looking to get Surging. If you're still here, and you Surging Sparks, it's the play.
Sorry, I'm still on this. It's 293 market, but there are no boxes under $300 for Stellar.
For Stellar? Oh my God, what is happening?
There are no boxes under 300 versus 250, 256, 260, 260, 264, 265, 255. This is all Surging Sparks. Just
oh my God, it's crazy.
Infinite boxes. Anyway.
Yeah, no,
wildness.
We're in for another roller coaster of a year as far as other sets. Depending on how these new sets do, we're in for a little roller coaster. So, all right, man. I think that kind of wraps up the podcast. Episode 8 in the books. Can't believe it. 2 months worth of pods, if we can say
That's
that.
Crazy.
Yeah. So this is awesome, dude. Great ride so far. Loved. I love all the conversations we've been having the past 2 months, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
That's madness.